Welcome back, guys. I got another exciting video for you today. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can make $100 in 15 days or less by simply putting money into the stock market. It's also a small account of $600. I'm going to show you the initial date and time of the trades, how much I got in for, and then I'm going to show you my exit. I'm going to talk about my strategy. I'm also going to show you, if you wait toward the end a little, each company and why I picked them at that point in time, what I saw in the charts or the news, how I was able to use that to make profits, and I'm going to show you how you can do it over and over again with that same money and grow that account to whatever number you want. $100,000, $1 million, whatever you're thinking. So let's get started. All right, so as you can see on the screen, I do have several trades, but we're only going to go over 3 trades, and these trades, I entered all 3 of them on the exact same date. I entered these 3 stock picks on August 18th at 10:11. I bought 15 shares of this stock ticker symbol CIO, or City Office REIT. Now, this is a company I made the most money in a short amount of time, which came out to 15 days. Now, I made $64.33 off of City Office REIT. I put in $193 on August 18th, and I was able to sell it for $258. As you can see, it also shows the average price that I bought at $12.91 and the average price I sold at $17.20. Now, this by far was one of my better trades for this year. Well, actually for this month. A lot of you are looking on this screen right now, and you're probably already adding up the totals for all these. If you want the total for all of the stocks you see on screen, it was actually $224.42. So that is pretty awesome. But these 3 main trades were my quickest, shortest trades. Some of the other companies I've had for, say, 30 days or longer. So all of these are swing trades. None of them were day trades, except I believe one, which was Umc Corp. But that's besides the point. If you want to know more about any of these other stocks, then go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you like this kind of video, go ahead and smash that like button for me, okay? Again, so the next company is Umc Corp. And as you can see, I've been trading this company off and on for some time, but we're only looking at August. So August 18th at 10:10, I bought another 15 shares at $10.44, which brought my total to $156. Again, this isn't a lot of money. These are small trades, but they are effective for beginners like you, or even intermediate people who just want to add a little bit of income into their stock portfolio. So September 8th, I sold them 15 for an average price of $11.78 for a total of $176. I was able to get $23.81 in profit on the company. Now, let's move on to the next one, which would be NRZ. Now, I love NRZ as a company. I've been trading it off and on for several months with Webull. I do have a lot of shares in my TD Ameritrade account, and I used to have a lot of shares in my Robinhood account before I got out of that. No longer in Robinhood, but for a lot of you followers and subscribers that still use Robinhood, this is still a great opportunity for you to make some quick money. So, again, this is $100 in 15 days or less. You could do it in 3 or 4 days. You could do it daily, but it's a little bit safer if you kind of stretch it out for that week or 2 run, right? These are also companies that I don't mind holding long term. So if they were to go down, I wouldn't mind holding on to them because all of them pay dividends, which brings me to even more money, because I've held them through the dividend record date or recording date, which means I'll even get dividends based on these shares. So, again, NRZ, I bought it on the 16th, so it was actually 2 days prior to the other 2 companies I talked about. I got it at $9.89, sold it on the 8th, for $10.87 a share. So not bad. It was like a little bit, it was like just under $1 profit each share, which gave it $10.80. Now, the total for all three of these, CIO, UMC, and NRZ, not counting dividends that I've acquired, I was able to lock in profits of $98.94. Now, if you added that total up too, I added it up here, the amount that I invested, which was $497. So I invested $500. I know earlier I said 600. Excuse me. It was actually less than $500, and I was able to get $597 pulled out. So I was able to make $98, $94, $99. So essentially, it was $100 in 15 days that I was able to acquire. So put in 500, pull out 600. Maybe this is doable for people that are just starting out. Maybe this is possible for people who have some extra money to spend. So say you put in $500 on your paycheck in 2 weeks. It's a small investment toward 2 weeks from when you got paid. So when you get your next check, you have an extra $500 that you didn't spend with $100 in profit. You could take the $100 in profit out, or you could take the 500 out and then use the 100 to continue moving forward. I would suggest leaving it all in there until you build up to like a couple $1,000s, and then you can start making like $200 or $300 or $400 a month, and slowly building that account up. So, just like I promised, we're going to go over all three of these companies and show you exactly why I took positions in these companies and my thoughts on why I did so. So here we go. First company here is CIO, which is City Office REIT, right? Okay, so I was watching this. This is actually a great real estate investment company. They have to pay 90% of their dividends to their shareholders. So it's a great way to pick up some, I believe it is quarterly dividend. I could find out on that real quick. City Office REIT dividend payout. They have, and this could have changed because of also because of the whole pandemic and everything going on. They could have technically stopped doing it over this period of time. Doesn't mean they haven't done them in the past. So while that loads, here we go. Let's see, come on, do me no wrong. They actually pay a 3.47% dividend. Their ex-dividend date was July 8th. So I don't believe I was actually able to capture that dividend on this trade, but I have in the past. They're paying 15 cents a share every quarter. So it's technically 60 cents a year each quarter. PE ratio is 16, which is lovely. I love that. That's another reason why I invested in it. So I invested in it on the 18th right here. I noticed that it was really low. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I'm going to buy this company, and if it, just so happens to just trend lines just flat, and I'll make dividends 15 cents off of 15 shares. I was like, that's at least a little bit more than $1 a quarter, $4 a year, whatever, right? Maybe it goes up. Well, they had some news, and I also noticed they were way oversold this day. Look down here at the RSI indicator. They were way oversold. So like, it's a great opportunity to buy. I bought, and it shot up that weekend all the way up to the $15 mark. And then I was able to sell it on the 8th, which had a second rally. I thought it was just going to trend line here, and I was like, wait a little bit longer. Waited till the 8th, and I'm glad I did, because I could have left an additional $1 on the table per share. So I could have left an additional $15 on the table if I would have sold too early. Now, it could have also dropped too as well. But my thought was, you know what, lock in the profit. If it stabilizes at 17.47, then you know what, I don't mind buying more. But I'm going to lock the profit in now, right? And if it dips, I'm going to buy more. Say it goes down. Say it goes down even just a little bit. say it goes down 10% to like 15, I would not mind buying it at 15 because I know this company has the potential to go up to 17 or possibly 18 or 19 or 20, right? And then even if it only went up to 17, I get my 10% back. Say I throw, the entire $500 into this company and I get 10%, I make a $50 profit. So now I just cut my $100 in 15 days on 3 companies to $50 in profit, possibly in a week or 2, could be in a month, using only 1 company, right? So that's a great way. It's a great strategy to make money. Let's go to UMC and look at that chart as well. Promised you all of them. UMC, for all of you who are not familiar, is Umc Corp. They've actually had a fantastic run over the last year. I used to invest in this company when it was in the low 8s and 9s, and then sold some up here in this area. And then, so moving on now to 818, I noticed this little dip here, right, on the 17th. And I was like, you know what? If it goes up, I'm going to buy some. Well, it did. It went up slightly. Can you see that? That little tiny dip. It went from like $10 up to $10.40, $10.30, something like that. So I bought in on the 18th. And it went down a little bit, which made me a little nervous. I was like, all right, well, we'll just wait it out because I like UMC. I'm not sure if they pay a dividend. I want to say they do because I already told you they did. But I also got it because of its unique appreciation factor. So Umc Corp started going up, and the second it was like really high, it was like 11.75, and I was like, I can make some good money on this. And then I waited until the 8th, and it went up. I should have sold it on the 3rd when it was at its highest point. I waited till the 8th, and it actually dropped back down to where I wanted to sell it on the 2nd. So you know what I mean? So like, I left some on the table by not selling it there, but also I was still able to make a nice profit. I was able to make $23 in profit off of it. So where do we go from here? Well, as you can see, it started to kind of come down a bit. See, it did come down to even like 11, or to the previous 11.83 mark. It's only 4%, right? It's only down 4%, but you could set a alert so that way it goes down 4 or 5%. You buy in at the 11.83, and then even if it goes up to the 12 mark, that's a 6% profit. Okay, so that's not bad. It's like $30 on $500. Okay, or you could wait and see if it goes up even higher to say 15, 16, and make it a little bit more worth your while, right? So does it pay a dividend? It does, and in fact does, because I told you it did, and I love investing in stocks that pay dividends. This dividend yield is 1.83%. It pays 21.5 cents per share. It looks like once a year. So that's pretty insane, right? Once a year. But at the same time, it has a 19 PE ratio. I love that. Let me go ahead and put in the next symbol while we go to the charts. And then we'll jump over here and we'll look at the dividend after. Okay, because NRZ actually pays a high dividend. It really does. Okay, last one, guys. NRZ, New Residential. Now, this is also a real estate investment trust. They also have a nice little track record of going between like $10 and $15. So you could buy at a low, sell at a high, and you get a dividend between. You can make some good money. You can make $100 on a swing trade. So right here on the 18th, I noticed it kind of pulled back a little bit from like the 13 mark. It was like up to like $10. I noticed it pulled back slightly on the 17th. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy a few shares now. It's like 970 something, 980. Buy 15. And again, it dropped and I got a little panicky, you know what I mean? Lost a few bucks, not bad. But I was like, you know what? Let's just hold out, see what happens. I want to get that dividend if I have to wait longer. And it just started skyrocketing up. You know, this is buying low, selling high. This is a strategy, but it also works for companies you want to hold long term and make some profits. Meanwhile, right? So I then sold on the 8th, 15 days later. way up in the 11 region area. I think like 10, 11 right there. Great opportunity for me to get in on some great profits. It was only like $11, $10.80, but combined with the other ones, it was $100 in 15 days, which is pretty awesome. Again, with this company, I've said it's gone up to like 15 before. If it did slightly drop, I'd say it'd go back down to maybe 10, maybe 10.50, maybe 9, something like that. Or like 10.50, 10, I'd say. So say it does drop to say like 10.50, it just does a slight drop. Not bad, right? What was that? That was about 3 or 4% drop, but it would have the potential to say go from 10.50 back up to like 11. You make 5%, possibly 12 over a couple, maybe a little bit longer, like a month. Then you're at 15%. But at the same time, if you're willing to hold on to a company that pays a dividend, then why not invest when it's at a low point to get some of that appreciation back? So annual dividend is $1 or 25 cents per share. 7.35% is its dividend yield right now. That's fairly high, guys. 7% dividend yield. That's awesome. With an 8 PE ratio, 8.6 PE ratio. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button for me, right? Smash that like button for me and subscribe to my channel if you like content like this. I'm sorry if it dragged on just a little bit longer than I wanted to, but it was a great strategy. It is a great strategy to make $100 or more a swing trade, on a couple swing trades, in a week, in 2 weeks. Heck, if you could have some money in and you can put in $1,000 at the beginning of the month, and then on the 30th be able to pull out $200 or $300 or $400 in profit off of that, go for it. Go for it. This is a great strategy to use. Pick 3 to 4 to 5 companies that you like. Watch them as they go up and down. Buy the dip, sell it as high. Buy the dip, sell it when it's high. And you could not go wrong with that. You also get dividends while you're trying to chase that runaway roller coaster and hope to make more profits. So if you enjoyed this video, please again smash the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one.